Felix. My name is Sebastian.
My name is Mackenzie Doyle.
My name is Nicholas Tylock.
My name is Sarah Tylock.
We are the Tylock and Doyle family, and we live in Ohio.
What I love most about Ohio,
What I really love about living in Ohio?
What I love most about Ohio is, that's so hard.
the easy access to nature,
Our community is really great.
Everything is pretty local.
the promotion of athletics, a sense of entrepreneurship.
It's pretty diverse, so it's kind of cool to get to know everybody. Gives you the vibe that you are still traveling, but you're right here in Ohio. When I joined the Air Force, I was living in Grand Rapids, Michigan with my family. I had just finished up high school and I was interested in traveling the world, so I went to Texas for basic training. After that, I went to Biloxi, Mississippi, where I did weather school.
When I was younger, I imagined my sister just on airplanes, traveling all over, doing cool things and trying new stuff.
After Biloxi, Mississippi, I went to Sembach, Germany. From there, I took a teaching position at Camp Blanding, Florida. I was there for about a year before I met Nick. We ended up living across from each other in the apartments, kind of shared the same apartment complex, which was pretty cool. And from there, I deployed to Qatar and forward deployed to Afghanistan. After Afghanistan, I went to Seoul, South Korea. Nick actually came out to Korea while I was out there. He stayed for the rest of my tour in Korea. And then we returned to Dayton, Ohio. After about 2 years in Dayton, Ohio, we moved to Spangdahlem, Germany, before returning back to Dayton. The time when I moved to Dayton, Ohio, my mom was ill with dementia in Michigan. And since there's no bases closer, I applied for a humanitarian assignment and they offered me a position at Wright-Patterson. After my mom fell ill with dementia, I remembered her always telling me, Sarah, if something happens to me, take the girls. Please take the girls if anything ever happens. And when I was younger, I thought, oh, Mom, you're being, irrational and silly. But yes, of course, I told her to kind of settle her down. I would take the girls, Mom. So when she fell ill with dementia, I knew that I had to go and fulfill my promise to her. I applied for custody of my sisters, and we went through the courts for about a year and a half before I got guardianship of my sister. It was a pretty difficult transition bringing my sister into our home. It was really exciting because I hadn't lived with her for so long, so we got to have a lot of sister bonding, but it was also just different because I had just recently become a mom for the first time. And so I was navigating being a mom of a newborn and being a mom of a 6th grader. Some days I find myself joking with her like a sister and picking at her, and then other days I'm like, okay, well, I have to turn on the mom switch and kind of like make sure that I'm also being nurturing and, not too much of that sister pesty role. I always told myself that if I served more than 10 years in the military, I would stay for 20 and retire. And that's how I envisioned my life going. So I was really surprised myself when I decided to get out at 11 years.
Baby.
I wasn't expecting the maternal role to kind of kick in as much as it did after I had my second son.
Sarah wanting to leave, I think, was a tough decision for her. She had spent, 11 years in the service. That's pretty much all she knew. It was her first job. It paid for her first car. It was everything for her.
We have 2 boys of our own, Felix and Sebastian. Felix is 6 and Sebastian is 4.
Felix and I love to get out on his dirt bike. We'll just hit any old trails. He's got nerves of steel. He goes out there and rips it up.
All right. You. They working? Can I poke your eyes?
No.
Just easy on the accelerator. Easy. You good on the handbrake? Can you show me squeezing it? Handbrake. Full gas, all the way. Full gas. Holy moly. Nice work. Now come on, keep it inside the lines. There you go.
Sebastian, my youngest, is our wild man. He just loves to wrestle and play sports, but he's a real gentle, sensitive soul.
Sebastian is a little more feisty, but in a good way, and he would defend you if anything came to it.
He's pretty fun, and he's so active. He's definitely our athlete. He loves to cook, he loves drawing, and he loves building.
Just recently, we built a lemonade stand. You know, it's the entrepreneur spirit of Dayton, I think, that's infected him a little bit.
There's donuts. Thank you. Okay, finish the apples. Who wants lemonade? Who wants lemonade?
There you go, good. Keep that up.
Who wants...
Being an entrepreneur in Dayton, I love the untapped potential that is here. I see a lot of excitement in people. You can see the communities trying to build up, like in the South Park area, over by us in Dayton. They're just renovating homes and just really tidying up and building beautiful little neighborhoods that are safe. We're definitely laying our roots here in Dayton. A lot of times we thought, we'll just stay here a couple years, we'll move. We even entertained the idea of getting a camper, living in that. But Dayton has this way of calming it down a little bit, I guess, and making us feel a little bit comfortable and enough to raise a family in one place.
I really loved all of the people that I met in the military. I made a lot of friends, and I felt like I was meeting people that I just would have never had the opportunity to meet had I not come into the military. I loved having people to kind of inspire you and motivate you along on your runs. I really loved traveling with the military and just having the excitement of not knowing where you were going next or where you might go next.
So Sarah and I have some big news. She is pregnant again with our third child.
Perfect. Okay. A little bit cold. All right. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and start scanning. All right. Baby just wiggling around. Now, would you guys like to find out what you're having today?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Congratulations, guys. That's a little boy. Perfect. There you guys go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I've been thinking about telling the boys about a baby. I am unsure of what their reactions are gonna be. I'm pretty excited to see how they react. You know, my youngest, one day I asked him, what would you do if you had a little baby brother or sister? And he said, I would do this, you know? And I'm like, hopefully not. I think Felix will be sweet about it. He's sort of a mama's boy, and he kind of always comes up and rubs my tummy anyways, and sometimes I'm wondering, like, does he know?
I think the boys are gonna be excited. They're gonna have another friend to play with and just give me another little baby to focus and grow into another strong individual.
Really? What does that sound like?
What do you think it is?
Just what? Guess what, guys? That's the sound of your new baby brother's heartbeat.
This is one picture
You want him holding?
of him. Look at his little legs. That's in Mama's tummy.
Do you have any ideas of what name we should use?
What about Peter Pan?
Peter Pan,
That's
I
an
like it.
interesting one.
So Mama's, there's a baby right in there growing. How big do you think he's gonna be when he comes out?
What?
Put him on the bunk bed.
Yeah, get him in there.
He makes a hug.
I loved getting to know and being part of the community of Dayton, Ohio.
From the governor, through the JobsOhio, through the Dayton Development Coalition, through the local elected officials, through the civic leaders, they embrace the military families, they make us feel right at home, and they've made it easy to come in and get our work done.